Introduction: The disconnect. Close your eyes. I want you to perform a simple check. Can you feel the weight of your body pressing against the chair or the bed? Can you feel the cool air entering your lungs? Can you hear the subtle rhythm of your own heart? Your brain tells you, I am here. I am alive. I exist. It is the most fundamental truth of your reality. It is the foundation of everything you know. But imagine, just for a second, that the signal is cut. Imagine waking up one morning, looking at your hand, and seeing it not as a part of you, but as an object, a piece of meat. You check your pulse, and your brain insists, with absolute, unshakable certainty, that there is no beat. You try to scream, but your mind tells you that you have no voice. You are not dying. You are not sick. You are simply gone. Yet, you are still walking. Still talking. A ghost trapped in a biological machine. This is not a ghost story. This is not a metaphor. For a rare few, this is the waking nightmare known as Cotard's delusion. Or, as it is more chillingly known, the walking corpse syndrome. Tonight, let us step into the void. Chapter 1. Paris, 1880. To understand this madness, we must travel back in time. The year is 1880. The place is Paris. The gas lamps flicker in the rain-soaked streets outside the clinic of a neurologist named Jules Cotard. Dr. Cotard was a man of science, a friend of Charles Darwin. He believed in logic, in anatomy, in the tangible world. Until he met Mademoiselle X. She was a 43-year-old woman who arrived at his clinic with a calm, terrifying disposition. She did not ask for medicine. She did not ask for a cure. She asked to be buried. Mademoiselle X claimed that she had no brain. She claimed she had no nerves, no chest, no stomach, and no intestines. In her own words, she was nothing more than a decomposing skin and bone. Dr. Cotard tried to reason with her. He offered her food. She refused. She said, "Why should I eat? Dead bodies do not digest. I have no organs to process this food." But the delusion went deeper. A cruel paradox. Because she believed she was already dead, she believed she could not die again. She claimed she was damned, cursed to wander the earth forever, timeless and hollow. She denied the existence of God. She denied the existence of the devil. To her, the universe was just empty. Tragically, logic could not save her. Mademoiselle X died of starvation, a victim of her own mind's conviction. But she left behind a question that haunts neurology to this day. How can a living, breathing human being be absolutely convinced that they do not exist? Chapter 2: The Broken Mirror. Let us look inside the machine. The human brain is a fragile web of electricity and chemistry. Deep inside your temporal lobe, there is a specialized region called the Fusiform Gyrus. This area has one job: to recognize faces. When you look in the mirror, this area lights up. It says, "That is a face. That is my face." But recognition is not enough. Information must travel from the visual center to the amygdala, the emotional center of the brain. The amygdala adds the warmth. It adds the feeling of familiarity. It tells you, "This is me, and I exist." In Cotard's Delusion, the wire is cut. Imagine making a phone call to your own house. You dial the number. The phone rings. You know it is the right number. But when you pick up, there is only silence on the other end. Total, absolute silence. Chapter 3: The Man Who Fried His Brain. It doesn't just happen in history books. In 2013, a British man named Graham woke up after a severe bout of depression and a failed suicide attempt. He opened his eyes, but the world felt wrong. He told his doctors, "I tried to kill myself with electricity in the bath. The pills didn't work. But I fried my brain. I am dead." Graham stopped eating. He lost his sense of smell. He lost his sense of taste. He stopped speaking to people because, in his mind, there was no point in the dead speaking to the living. But the most chilling detail was where he found comfort. He would wander out of his house and go to the local graveyard. He would touch the cold stones. He would sit among the graves for hours. He told his family, "I belong here. It is the only place I feel normal. It is the closest I can get to death." Doctors were baffled. Graham was clearly alive. He was walking, breathing, talking. They decided to perform a PET scan to look at his brain activity. What they saw shocked the medical world. The scan showed that activity in Graham's frontal and parietal lobes was incredibly low. It was the level of activity you would expect to see in a patient who is under general anesthesia, or someone who is in a deep, dreamless sleep. Graham was a walking paradox. Biologically alive, metabolically asleep. He was, quite literally, a zombie. His brain was shutting down the very essence of what it means to be conscious. Fortunately, with months of therapy and medication, Graham slowly came back to life. He described the return of sensation as a miracle. The ability to brush his teeth and feel the bristles. The ability to see the color blue and feel it. Conclusion: the luxury of feeling. The philosopher Descartes famously said, "Cogito, ergo sum." I think, therefore I am. But the patients of Cotard's delusion prove him wrong. They think, they speak, they reason, yet they are absolutely convinced they are not. It teaches us a humbling lesson. Our grip on reality is looser than we think. We are all just a few misfiring neurons away from becoming ghosts in our own bodies. So tonight, as you lie there, feel the beat of your heart. Feel the warmth of the blanket. Feel the heaviness of your eyelids. Do not take it for granted. It is a luxury not everyone possesses. You are here. You are safe. You are alive. Good night.